Hey, Brandon.
You're up.
The team announced today Dean Kramer is going to be added to the player pool, even though he's going to Bowie. Do you feel like he's a guy that, if things line up the way you're hoping, you could see him pitching for you later this summer?
Yeah. I think before we get into that, I'm just going to start with the Bowie camp is today's they're having their first workout this afternoon. So like you said, Kramer's been added. Davis, Rutschman, Shepard, Aiken, Bauman, and Matson are all starting to work out there this afternoon. And like was reported, Velasquez was optioned, and he'll be there as well. So that's how the Bowie camp up until this point looks. With the Kramer question, yeah, I was really impressed with him in spring training. He's only had a few AAA starts. This year is obviously a lot different, and there's no AAA season. Would love to see him get some experience there. But I think there's a chance that he could pitch up here sometime this summer.
John Muley.
How's it going, Brandon? With the expanded rosters, there's obviously the opportunity to carry a third catcher. Do you feel like that's a necessity with what you guys are going to be doing elsewhere, or would that be a luxury?
I think there's a possibility of us carrying a third catcher with a 30-man roster. It obviously becomes a little bit easier. It's going to depend on roster, how our roster shapes up at the end of this. I think I keep saying it, but I feel like 10 days is still a long ways away and a short, and it's short also in that anything can happen with these 10 days. But yeah, I think that we got guys that we like here. That we'd like to see on the club, and so you never know what could happen. So I think I would love to carry three, but we'll see. I should also mention that Santander is here and will start working out for the first time today.
Rich Dubrow.
Brandon, I know it's certainly unusual circumstances here, but is there anything you can do until you go to the exhibition games to sort of vary the workouts, or the intra-squad games sort of the best you can do? You think?
I think we've done a pretty good job of that. We had 4 or 5 of workout days to get everybody kind of back and acclimated to baseball again, and we had some live BPs and had some good days on the field. Then we started our inter squads pretty soon. Pretty soon after that, we are going to continue that. Tomorrow we're going to have another day workout that was kind of similar to Sunday, where guys are going to get a lot of at bats. We're going to have like a heavy defense morning, and then a lot of at bats against pitchers in the afternoon. So not as much inter squad, but more of a sim game situation that we could be creative with. Starting tonight, we're going to a lot of our bullpen guys that are throwing. We have kind of a shorter inter squad, but the bullpen guys are going to throw in a extra inning situation. So a runner at second base, nobody out type of situation. So we'll put runners on base and put them and make it kind of real game-like end of the game situation type. So I think we're going to continue to do that. We're also going to do kind of an orange versus white team inter-squad type thing over the next few days. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're going to play a little bit more meaningful games where we're going to have a scoreboard going. We're going to have some we're going to try to make it as game-like as possible for our guys and have them on the field a little bit longer before those exhibition games.
Rob Long.
Yes, Brandon, how you doing?
Hey, Rob.
Going back to the Bowie camp, how much of a hands-on approach, how much will you be able to actually see those guys being in this unusual situation?
With the Bowie camp? We're going to be we'll be in communication with them daily from a scheduling standpoint. Cuz and Buck Britton and Gary and those guys are running that camp down there. So we're in constant communication from a scheduling standpoint. I think that we'll try to get over there a little bit, but it's going to be kind of challenging. We're here quite a bit, and and our days are, we still have 40-something guys here, so our days are pretty full here. But we're very aware of what's happening down there. We'll obviously see video. We'll see guys throw, etc. So we're just aware of what's going on, but I'm not sure how much we can physically get down there.
Dan Connolly.
Hey, Brandon.
Get down.
We talked to you last week or a couple days ago and asked about the outfielders that weren't in camp and whether they would still be able to have time. Santander being in camp now, is next Thursday, is that realistic for him? What's the plan for him now? And can you get him ready, by opening day?
We're going to try our best. And we're going to watch him on the field here for a couple of days. I talked to him this afternoon. I'm going to try to have him face as much live pitching as possible. I have concerns about soft tissue stuff where, we got to get him on the bases. We need to get him reps in the outfield. I need to get him as many live at-bats as possible here in the next, 9 days or so. So it's really going to be depending on how he's recovers daily and how physically healthy he is going into the 24th. So it's going to be just a lot of communication between the training staff, strength staff, our coaching staff, and him on how he feels daily. We'll put him through a light workout today, see how he feels tomorrow, and just try to continue to ramp things up.
At this point, are there any more specifics on his situation, on the delay?
No, not from me.
John Mioli.
To kind of follow up on that, does having the amount of outfielders you have in camp now make it a little easier for you to slow play him if you have to, and say, hey, if it's not Thursday, it could be the second week and we'll be okay until then?
Well, I prefer to get him going, to be honest with you. I think Tony's a big part of our team, and he's a middle of the order hitter for us. So we're going to try to get him ready as quickly as we possibly can.
Steve Molesky.
Hey, Brandon, has Mountcastle's outfield defense reached the point that if and when he makes it to the major league roster, you're completely comfortable putting him out there? And secondly, is it possible his days on the left side of the infield are dwindling or over?
I think he needs experience in the outfield. It's still really new to him. He's doing a nice job working on it daily. But I think he needs reps, and it's something that's new to him. So, as long as he's not with us, he's going to continue to make the defense a real priority. And, he'll see him probably, play the majority of time in left field. He might get a few reps at first base also, but we really want to make the primary focus for him left field, just because it's new to him, and it's important for him and for us for him to be able to play the outfield. I think at this point we're not hitting him ground balls on the left side of the field, so we're really focusing on his defense and left field primarily, and then first base next.
Joe Trezza.
Hey, Brandon, just to follow up on the outfield question a bit, how do you guys view Cedric Mullins right now? I know he wasn't part of your original player pool, but that was kind of before a lot of the uncertainty with some other guys in the outfield. So is he a candidate to make the team, in your opinion, or is he somebody who's probably going to be re-signed?
Well, I think anybody's a candidate to make the team, just because, like I talked about, the health concerns over the next 9 days. So just never know what's going to happen. But we would have liked to see Cedric get AAA at bats. Obviously, that's not going to happen because of this season. So, you never know what could happen. I have no idea. But Cedric's, I like the way he's playing the last couple of days. He's really become a really good outfielder, and he's taken some good at bats. So we're continuing. We think highly of Cedric. We're really believing in continuing his development, whether that's here or in the secondary sites with no AAA season right now. So I think it's somebody that you could possibly see with us at some point this year also.